Shalom, everyone. This will be a continuation in the book of Jasher. And this subject is going to be about the Tower of Babylon and the dispersion. And the good thing about the book of Jasher is that there are a lot of details in there that is not written in the book of Genesis. So, so you guys are going to know more of a detailed background of what actually happened and what occurred when it comes to how Nimrod and his kingdom all rebelled against Yahuwah and they tried to build the tower and just in more details of what actually happened. So, with that being said, if you guys have any questions, feel free to comment. So this reading is going to be from the book of Jasher, chapters 9, verse 20, up until chapter 11, verse 13. So that is when the story takes place in the book of Jasher. So this is a continuation from the previous video. The last video was about Abraham's birth and how he grew up. So that was the last video from the last chapter of the book of Jasher. So now we are going to continue on with the book of Jasher, and now we are going to read about the Tower of Babylon, the dispersion, what really happened in more details. All right, you guys. Now we're going to start in chapter 9, verse 20 in the book of Jasher. The sovereign Nimrod reigned safely, and all the earth was under his control, and all the earth was of one tongue and words of union. And all the princes of Nimrod and his great men took counsel together, Put, Egypt, Cush, and Canaan with their clans, and they said to each other, Come, let us build ourselves a city, and in it a strong tower, and its top reaching the heavens, and we will make ourselves renowned, so that we may reign over the whole world, in order that the evil of our enemies may cease from us, and that we may reign mightily over them, and that we may not become scattered over the earth because of their wars. So already they're all becoming puffed up and prideful, and they all want to build a tower higher than any other building that they have ever built in the world. All right. And they all went before the sovereign, and they told the sovereign, Nimrod, these words, and the sovereign agreed with them in this matter, and he did so. And all the clans assembled, consisting of about 600,000 men, and they went to seek in a spacious piece of ground to build the city and the tower. And they sought in the whole earth, and they found none like one valley at the east of the land of Shinar, about a 2 days' walk, and they journeyed there and dwelt there. Obviously, Shinar was what the whole nation was called at the time, before it was called Babylon, obviously. And they began to make bricks and burn fires to build the city and the tower that they had planned to complete. And the building of the tower was a transgression to them and a sin, and they began to build it. And while they were building against Yahuwah of the heavens, they devised in their hearts to fight against him and to go up into the heavens. And all these people and all the clans divided themselves in 3 parts. The first said, We will go up to the heavens and fight against him, or fight against Yahuwah. Wow, that's really bad. The second part said, We will go up to the heavens and place our own mighty ones there and serve them. And the third part said, We will go up to the heavens and smite him with bows and spears. So that's kind of similar to the first part where they wanted to fight against Yahuwah. And Yahuwah know all their works and all their evil thoughts, and he saw the city and the tower which they are building. And when they are building, they built themselves a great city and a very high and strong tower. And because of its height, the mortar and bricks did not reach the builders in their ascent to it until those who went up had completed a full year. And after that, they reached the builders and they gave them mortar and bricks. Thus it was done daily. Wow, it took them a whole year just to get to the top. That's how tall it was. And they were doing it daily. So each day and it took them a year just to go up. And see, these that went up and others came down the whole day. And if a brick should fall from their hands and get broken, they would all weep over it. And if a man fell and died, none of them will look at him. Yeah, they would cry because of a brick falling and breaking. Well, that makes sense because it takes a whole year for someone to go up the tower. Of course, they would cry about it. Anyways, and Yahuwah knew their thoughts, and it came to be when they were building, they shot the arrows towards the heavens, and all the arrows fell upon them filled with blood. And when they saw them, they said to each other, "Indeed, we have slain all those that are in the heavens." Well, I wonder what they really they were really shooting, because it can't be any it can't be Yahuwah or any of his messengers, because they're spirits. So it had to be probably birds, most likely. And for this was from Yahuwah in order to cause them to stray, in order to destroy them from off the face of the earth. And they built the tower and the city, and they did this matter daily until many days and years were passed. And Yahuwah said to the 70 messengers who stood foremost before him, to those who were near to him, saying, "Come, let us go down and confuse their languages, that one man shall not understand the language of his neighbor." And they did so to them. And from that day following, they forgot each man his neighbor's tongue, and they could not understand to speak in one tongue. And when the builder took from the hands of his neighbor lime or stone, and he did not order, the builder would cast it away and throw it on his neighbor, and that he would die. And they did so many days, and they killed many of them this way. And Yahuwah smote the 3 divisions that were there, and he punished them according to their works and designs. Those who said, "We will go up to the heavens and serve our mighty ones," became like apes and elephants. Yeah, that's crazy. They became like apes and elephants. This is like I just had to tell you. So this is funny because um obviously we are all against evolution here, but some of those people literally had to turn into monkeys. That's crazy. And elephants too. Hmm. Anyways, and those who said, "We will smite the heavens with arrows," Yahuwah killed them, one man through it, the hand of his neighbor. And then the 3rd division of those who said, "We will go up to the heavens and fight against Yahuwah scattered them throughout the earth. And those who were left among them, they knew and understood the evil which was coming upon them, and they forsook the building, and they also became scattered upon the face of the whole earth. And they ceased building the city and the tower. Therefore he called that place Babel, or Babylon, for there Yahuwah confused the languages of the whole earth, and see, it was in the east of the land of Shinar. As for the tower which the sons of the men built, the earth opened its mouth and swallowed up a third part of it, and a fire also came down from the heavens and burned another third, and the other third is left to this day. And it is that part which was raised, and its circumference is 3 days' walk. And many of the sons of men died in that tower, a people without number. Okay, now it's chapter 10. So here we go. And Peleg, the son of Eber, died in those days in the 48th year of the life of Abram, the son of Terah. And all the days of Peleg were 239 years. And when Yahuwah had scattered the sons of men because of their sin at the tower, see, they spread out to many divisions, and all the sons of men were dispersed to the four corners of the earth. And all the clans came to be, each according to their language, its land or its city. And the sons of men built many cities according to their clans in all the places where they went, and throughout the earth where Yahuwah had scattered them. And afterwards some of them built cities in places for which they were destroyed, and they called these cities after their own names, or the names of their children, and after their particular occurrences. And the sons of Japheth, the sons of Noah, went and built themselves cities in the places where they were scattered, and they called all their cities after their names. And the sons of Japheth were divided over the face of the earth into many divisions and languages. And those are the sons of Japheth according to their clans. We got Gomer, Magog, or Magog, Madai, Yawan, or Greece, Tubal, Meshech, and Tiras. And these are the children of Japheth according to their clans. Obviously, they became the European nations and Asia. So that's what Japheth became. And the children of Gomer, according to their cities, were of Pharaoh, who dwelt in the land of Paranza, by the river Paranza, by the river Sina. And the children of Riphaz are the Bartanites, who dwelt in the land of Bartanya, by the river Leda, which empties its waters in the great sea Gihon, that is Oceanus. Okay, that's talking about, I think, the Atlantic Ocean. And the children of Tagarma and the 10 clans, these are their names: Bazar, Parnzunik, Balgar, Elikanum, Regabib, Tarki, Bid, Zebuk, Ongau, and Tilmez. And all these spread and settled in the north and built themselves cities. And they called their cities after their own names, those that they who dwell by the rivers of Hithlah and Yithlah to this day. And the clans of Angoli and Bilgar and Parnzunek, they dwelt in the great river Dubni, and their names of their cities according to their own names. And the children of Yawan are the Yawanites who dwelt in the land of Macedonia, and those are the children of Madayere. Those are, I know this is talking about, Greeks, from Greece, obviously, are the Yorman that dwell in the land of Kherson. The children of Tubal are those that dwell in the land of Tushkana by the river Pashia. And the children of Meshech are the Shebashnites, and the children of Tiras are Rushan, Rushash, and Kushni, and Angulis, and those that went and built themselves cities. And those are the cities that are situated by the sea of Yerbus, by the river Kura, which empties itself to the river Tarragon. And the children of Elisha are the Almanites, and those that went and built themselves cities, and those are the cities situated between the mountains of Eob and Shebathmo, and those are the people of Lombardy who dwelt opposite of the mountains of Eob and Shebathmo, and they conquered the land of Italia and remained there to this day. That sounds like Italy, of course. And the children of Sittim are the Romites, and those who dwelt in the valley of Canophia by the river Tiberal. And the children of Dodamim are those that dwelt in the cities of Gihon in the land of Bordna. And the clans of the children of Japheth, according to their cities and languages, which they were scattered after the tower, and they were called their cities after their names and occurrences. And these are the names of all their cities according to all their clans, which they built in those days after the tower. All right, so that's it for like Europe and Asia. And the children of Ham, Ham is obviously Africans. They were dwelling in the hot lands, in the desert areas, were Cush, Mitzrayim or Egypt, Put, and Canaan, according to their generation and cities. And all these went and built themselves cities, and as they found fit places for them, and they called their cities after the names of their fathers, Cush, Egypt, Put, and Canaan. And the children of Egypt are the Labanim, Ananim, Lahabim, Nephtuim, Pathruzim, Kaslahim, and Kaphtorim, 7 clans. And they dwelt by the river Shihor, as this is the river of Egypt, and they built themselves cities and called them after their own names. Shihor, that has to be the Nile River, just to let you know. And the children of Pathros and Kaslo intermarried together, and they went forth the Pelishtites and the Azatites and the Gerarites and the Gittites and the Ikranites and all 5 clans, and they also built themselves cities, and they called their cities after the names of their fathers to this day. And the children of Canaan also built themselves cities, and they called their cities after their names, 11 cities, and others without number. And the 4 men of the clan of Ham went into the land of the plain, and these are the names of the 4 men: Sodom, Gomorrah, Admah, and Seboim. And these men dwelt themselves 4 cities in the land of the plain, and they called the names of their cities after their own names. They and their children and all belonging to them dwelt in those cities, and they were fruitful and multiplied greatly, and dwelt peacefully. And Shear, the son of Hor, the son of Hewi, the son of Canaan, went and found a valley opposite of Mount Paran, and he built a city there. And he and his 7 sons and his household dwelt there, and he called the city which he built Shear, according to his name, and in the land of Shear to this day. And these are the clans of the children of Ham according to their languages and cities, and they were scattered to their countries after the tower. And some of the children of Shem, the son of Noah, the father of all the children of Eber, also went and built themselves cities in the places wherein they were scattered, and they called their cities after their names. Obviously, Shem are the brown people. And by the way, the reason I know what skin colors is which is because Japheth inherited the cold lands, which is Europe and like Asians, like Northern Asian stuff, and then Ham inherited the hot lands like Africa and stuff, and then Shem inherited neither cold nor hot. They inherited like a perfect climate lands, which is the Middle East and stuff like that. So those details was from one of my previous videos way back, when I was doing the Book of Jubilees. While I was talking about the land divisions of Shem, Ham, and Japheth. So that's where I got that information from, was from the Book of Jubilees. Now, continuing on, the Book of Jasher, chapter 10, continually. All right, so looking to see where I left off. Okay, now we're starting to talk about Shem now. Oh, there we go. Some of the children of Shem, the son of Noah, the father of all the children of Eber, also went and built themselves cities in the places wherein they were scattered, and they called their cities after their names. And the sons of Shem were Elam, Ashashar, or Assyria, Arpachshad, Lubim, and Aram, and they built themselves cities, and they called the names of all their cities after their names. And Ashashur, the son of Shem, and his children and his household went out at that time, a very large body of them, and they went to a distant land, and they came upon a very extensive valley in the land that they went to, and they built themselves 4 cities, and they called them after their own names and occurrences. And these are the names of the cities which the children of Ashashur built: Nineveh, Rashan, Kalah, and Rehoboth, and Ir. And the children of Ashashur dwelt there to this day. And the children of Aram also went and built themselves a city, and they called the name of its city Utz, after their eldest brother, and they dwelt there, and to the land of Utz to this day. And the 2nd year after the tower, a man of the house of Ashashur, whose name was Bela, went from the land of Nineveh, and to sojourn to the household wherever he could find a place. And they came until the opposite the cities of the plain against Sodom, and they dwelt there. And the men rose up and dwelt there, a small city, and called its name Bela, after its name, and led the land of Zior to this day. And those are the clans of the children of Shem, according to the languages and cities, after they were scattered over the earth after the tower. And every reign, city, and clan of the clans of the children of Noah built themselves many cities after that. And they established governments in all their cities in order to be regulated by their orders. So did all the clans of the children of Noah forever. All right, now I'm on chapter 11. I'm going to be reading up until verse 13. So here we go, chapter 11. And Nimrod, the son of Cush. So since he's the son of Cush, the son of Ham, Nimrod was super dark skinned. So that's what he basically looked like, obviously. Was still in the land of Shinar, and he reigned over it and dwelt there, and he built cities in the land of Shinar. And these are the names of the 4 cities which he built, and he called their names after the occurrences that befell them in the building of the tower. And he called the first Babylon, saying, because Yahuwah there confused the language of the whole earth. And the name of the second was called Erech, because from there Yahuwah dispersed them. And the third he called Eked, saying that there was a great battle at that place. And the fourth he called Calne, because his princes and mighty men were consumed there, and they troubled Yahuwah, and they rebelled and transgressed against him. And when Nimrod had built these cities in the land of Shinar, he placed in them a remainder of his people, and his princes and his mighty men that were left in his reign. And Nimrod dwelt in Babylon, and there he renewed his reign over the rest of his subjects, and he reigned safely. And the subjects and the princes of Nimrod called his name Amraphel, saying, at the tower his princes and men fell through his means. And despite this, Nimrod did not return to Yahuwah, and he continued in wickedness, and teaching wickedness to the sons of men. And Mardon his son was worse than his father, and continued to add to the abominations of his father. And he caused the sons of men to sin. Therefore it is said, from the wicked goes forth wickedness. And from that time there was a fighting between the clans of the children of Ham, and they were dwelling in the cities which they had built. And Kedorlaomer, the sovereign of Elam, went away from the clans of the children of Ham, and he fight with them as he subdued them. And he went to the 5 cities of the plain, and he fought against them, and he subdued them, and they were under his control. And they served him 12 years, and they gave him a yearly levy. And at the time Nahor the son of Serug died, and the 49th year of the life of Abram the son of Terah. So that was verse 12. I'm just double checking real quick. Okay, verse 13, the last one. In the 13th year, in the 50th year in the life of Abram, the son of Terah, Abram came forth from the house of Noah and went to his father's house. All right, so that is it for the Tower of Babylon and the dispersion of the nations. All right, I hope you all enjoy this. If you have any questions, feel free to comment. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and shalom, everyone.